In the bottom right, can he turn this series around? His ID is... Oops.
Samsung reality.
You know what's funny?
They switched colors.
What's funny is I actually got it wrong, and then it's okay because we went up there and did it anyway. So there is reality. And in the bottom right, playing very impressively here in every matchup, he is...
MVP Keen.
You know what Keen kind of reminds me of is like a Tasia type player. Yeah, he's really clever. He's good at engaging. Tactically, he's very strong. He's kind of all over the map all game long, no matter what. Making really smart moves here and there.
I think playing like that TVT is probably one of the best play styles you can have. TVZ not as much. It's good, but
I think it's really hard to make payoff in TVT because of the defender's advantage. But when you can do it,
when you can
it's
juggle
pretty
those
fantastic.
tasks. Yeah.
Gas. Same time.
Gas said the Tosis.
He did. 13 gas. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of early aggression, I think.
I think we are, Tosis.
So you think reality is going to come back, or?
I don't know. I mean, he certainly could, but Keen is looking very impressive today.
He really is.
I mean, very, very.
Even though he lost to Trap, I really liked his games against. Actually, I like reality's games against Trap too. I think they both played pretty well. It's
kind of funny because everybody's played so impressively today, but Trap got out first.
Yeah, and then Symbol last. Like what?
I know, right?
Yeah, I had
almost forgotten about Trap.
Yeah,
since we had all these crazy games like this.
Yeah. Well, he was so close to losing both series. Like that was a skin of your teeth moment. But I'm actually sad because I feel like all four of these guys in this group are players we could see in the round of 16. Whereas yesterday's group, it's like okay, yeah, Parting and Sulky could win or should win. Pig Baby, maybe in a different group he might possibly somehow be able to get out.
Yeah,
Swagger probably not quite yet. Round of 16 material right now. But yeah, in this group, it's just like all of them. I'm like, I would be happy with any of four of these players, any combination of them moving through. And it's sad, in fact, that Symbol is not.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see Symbol again here, but
oh yeah, he's
once again so far. This is not his year.
It's so funny to say too because he's hit like top 4.
He's been around for so long.
2.
I can't believe we're getting close to
8.
3 years of GSL.
Yeah, in just a few days now.
People have been asking me how long I've been casting GSL. I said 2 years, and then I just found out this week. I'm like, oh, we're going to have our 3rd-year anniversary?
Well,
I'm like,
didn't
whoa.
lie. It was 2 years.
But I mean, it's so epic. At some point in time, I probably would have lied if I had known it was like a few months away. I'd be like, almost 3 years.
Yeah. Well, that's not a lie either. Maybe a slight embellishment, but a lie, no.
I can't believe we've been doing this for this long.
Yeah.
And that's what Starcraft. We've been casting for like forever, even before that.
I think it's time we quit.
Quit while we're ahead, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny because
Tasis,
everybody here at
further ahead.
That's right. What do you do when you're ahead in your casting career? You take another expansion and defend it and upgrade. Like,
yes,
exactly.
We need a
actually. It's so funny. GOMTV has come such a far way from early on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean now we're here in this studio at Samsung Station and. Esports is real.
It's real.
It's real. It's here.
We did it.
So, we have both guys here going for Cloak Banshee.
A Widowmine popping out as well as an eBay for Keen. Now, this is kind of... What? Okay, so he knows that there's going to be Cloak coming, so he's actually just kind of blind countering that, or, well, I guess... But he hasn't scouted it, right? Like... Sorry, we don't have a preview PC. I can't check every little thing, but he's by getting that quick eBay, the only thing that can mean is he wants to get a missile turret up. So he's going to go Cloak Banshee with a missile turret.
He's going for infantry armor right away.
Oh, wait, no. This is what he's doing. Oh, this is... Okay, he actually stopped building the eBay for a moment and then finished it. But the thing is, I was watching to see what he had seen, and the only thing he had seen is that no command center had come yet. So I think he was just like, no, this has to be Banshee. It has to be.
Smart.
So he's getting that
my God, he's just going to get inside. He's like, hello. I saw the front door was unlocked.
Seeing that eBay might have thrown that SCV off a little bit, too. It's like,
that's true.
What are you doing? All right, so Keen, let's see how many kills he can get with his Banshee this game.
All right, he's just here on the rim. Whoa.
Whoa, indeed.
Keen has to be careful.
Yeah.
Reality has to be careful, rather. Keen now doing a lot more damage over here.
3 kills on Reality's Banshee. It does go down.
Yep.
This one already has 4, and it forces a scan and gets out. Whoa.
Wow, Keen off to a very good start right now.
Reality has to be frustrated here. Look at this.
He's going to be able to get out of here if he wants to with this Banshee, too.
You know how some...
Oh, my God, you're kidding me. How does that even happen? And Banshee number 2 is in here now. Soften up all these SCVs.
Well, there is the missile turret up, so it's going to be a little bit harder, but he's still doing a really great job overall. He's killed 10 units compared to 5. 4 workers killed against 2. Another Banshee has come in here, though, for Reality, trying to make up for some of these losses.
Again, more workers being killed here. Keen starting to eke out a real lead here. This Banshee, though, for Reality does escape now.
You know how some people describe Hyun by saying he's Hyun-stoppable?
Yeah.
I feel like we should just do that for Keen.
Dare I say that he's
Keen-stoppable?
Damn it! Wow, we actually can't believe we both thought that same joke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Keen-stoppable, man. These Banshees won't die.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's
really good at just occupying.
Well, that was greedy right there.
That was one of the 7 deadly sins, Artosis.
Yeah. Keen, you fool. Losing that Banshee that had 1 hit point.
How could you?
Yeah. All right, so right now, Keen still has 2 Banshees out despite this. He's non-stop on Banshees. Just Banshee, 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 Banshee. You gotta get like...
This one's gonna be gone in a second here.
Yeah, not before the Banshee kills another Marine.
He's like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna lose this thing anyways. Let's do some more damage to these Marines. Command Center finishing now here for Keen.
Yeah, that's his 3rd. Reality's is about a 1/3 of the way done on his 3rd Command Center. It's a little bit slower on that, and it looks like Reality definitely going to be going for Biomech, or Biotank, rather, sorry.
Right.
And Keen, of course, a player that doesn't really mech very often.
Not as much. It doesn't really fit his play style.
No, it doesn't.
He's more guerrilla tactics.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if Reality's going to give him a banana tasteless.
Oh, that's enough. Oh, that is just enough, Artosis.
That is enough.
Looks like he's patrolling.
You keep your mouth shut, Artosis.
We are ending the cast right now. No, I like the patrolling Vikings here with the Raven, because as you can see right here, he can just completely deflect a harassing Banshee. Now that Banshee is going to be able to outrun that Raven, so he'll be in okay shape.
Yeah, Raven's not really the fastest of birds.
Nope.
That's why they say as the crow flies and not as the raven flies.
There's the difference between a raven and a crow, right? Like, is it because ravens eat meat?
I don't think
No, that can't be right. No, there's actually was a description about this in Game of Thrones in the book, and I can't remember it.
Oh. Well, it might not have been true anyways. Game of Thrones also has dragons in it.
Well, they also have talking birds. Like, they seem to communicate much better than even the actual talking birds in reality. It looks like we have Reality, speaking of which. Speaking of Reality here.
Yeah.
We have him moving out right now.
Now, Stim is pretty much lined up for them. A little bit quicker for Keen. As is that +1 upgrade, but his +1 armor is going to be a bit behind. But that doesn't mean that this can't do something. He doesn't necessarily need Stim. He's just kind of pushing out, and that was a good scan. He's actually thinking, are you really, for real, coming here? We both have siege tanks and Marines without upgrades.
Yeah.
There's no way to break each other. You'd have to catch them off guard.
Exactly. We got defense getting set up here by Keen. He wants to make sure that there's not going to be any drops coming in here. And both these players actually now occupying one of the 2, or 1 Zelnaga watchtower each. Third. Oh!
Ooh, that's a good hit.
Thank God that was
really
on the tank, buddy.
That was really nice.
Wow, just barely avoided that tank shot there from Keen. Keen now relocating that siege tank.
Yeah, that would have snapped that tank, too, because it took the Widow Mine. Really nice Widow Mine placement there by Keen. Just really smart play how he has his side of the map set up.
More of those Keen tactics here. And
Unstoppable.
He's Keen-stoppable, man. He's
Sorry, Hyun.
He's unkeen-leavable.
Yeah.
So we have a good amount of Vikings over here. This is probably to stop any medevac that's going to fly out here. And in fact,
he's going to point defense drone flying with the Vikings and land. What are you doing? What are you doing, Reality?
Actually, serious. What is he doing? Because I don't understand that. That's not a strategy.
Yeah, that's. I don't even know.
That's like falling downstairs like a form of acrobatics. It's like, no, you just fell and hurt yourself.
He expected there to be no turrets, so I think his plan actually was go in, land 3 Vikings, and throw down 4 auto turrets. I actually think that's what he was going for.
That's probably the only thing he could do, because and then he would probably want Keen to turn around, and then Reality could try to come out on the map and dominate.
I think that's exactly it. So not working out this time, Reality. In fact, definitely getting a few bruises for doing that.
Yep.
But bruised bananas make the best banana bread tasted. So let's see if he can make something happen because of it.
Let's see about that. He's gathering up here right now. Keen has a soft contain here on his opponent. And it looks like this could be a pretty dicey situation for Reality to try to get out of here. Keen also cleaning up the map so he has more circulation.
Yeah, he definitely needs circulation. He is the red player. It thus looks like blood on the mini-map.
It looks...
Well, I guess the blue is just the veins blood, right? So...
Is it true?
Veins versus arteries, go.
The veins are actually blue. Somebody wants something that your blood is blue until it touches air. Is that... That's not true, right?
Well, I think it's like just very dark.
Yeah, it's much darker.
It's very bright with air.
I had some terrible teacher at school. It's like, no, your blood's like bright, light blue, and I was like,
you have to be royalty to have blue blood.
Only Marine King has that.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is kind of funny by Keen. The way he has his army split up, I'm getting a bit nervous because half of his army might get crushed by Reality. They have a similar supply level, so. You know, if I see that as Reality, I may move out, but maybe that's what he's looking for. He may be looking to get him out of position. Ooh, that medevac's going down. Goodbye, man.
Yep, that's going to be it for him, but at least he has spotters up here for the time being.
And he actually is making a move.
Up here. That's going to be something Reality can hold.
Yeah.
But he isn't going to be able to take out this sensor tower, excuse me.
Well, that's a nice little kill right there, but in the meantime, Reality with this little drop, now there is a bunker there to kind of prevent this from doing too much, but he pops the Marines out of the bunker, and it takes a siege tank come up and help.
Well, you can see Keen's trying to just smother Reality right now, and it's not really working. Reality is in a very comfortable defensive position, and it's possible that Keen may overextend. He may do what we saw him do in the Symbol game that he lost.
It could be.
Even in some of the games he won, I was like, he's a bit too gun-ho.
You know, it's pretty close overall. It's a slight SCV lead for Reality, a slight siege tank lead for Reality, but a Marine lead for Keen. I definitely give Reality the lead overall, but Keen does have that map presence that counts for something. He might be able to get into position as Reality is coming out.
And speaking of which, I think that moment is going to be now. Let's see how they engage here.
Ooh. Is Keen looking for some sort of base trade? Like, just run in the second
I think he's just used to winning with tactics. I think he's just used to running around the map and attacking into his opponent. And by the way, using a medevac here as a spotter. Looks like he's debating having these Marines, Reality's having some of these Marines go around. And this is going to be a perfectly timed out drop because there are not enough Marines here to defend.
Yeah, the drop does a good job. He does end up killing one of those siege tanks. The other one took a lot of damage. In the meantime, Keen just still trying to attack. You know what? Keen's overdoing it. For sure he's overdoing it.
Yeah, he's definitely overdoing it.
He's got half the siege tank count. The Marine count is getting closer. The medevac count is actually in Reality's favor. He's been attacking too much against a player who's turtled on 3 bases.
Yeah. 13 tanks to 6, by the way.
This might work.
It's a very big difference right now. And, of course, the supplies here. 200 right now for Reality and 163 here for Keen. So, yeah, he definitely overextended himself. He was definitely a little bit too aggressive. Doesn't mean Reality's got this for sure, but as long as Keen plays a conservative, safe game, he should be in good shape. But the Marines now stimming and coming in here and doing a lot of damage before siege mode is up and running.
He's going
for
broke.
Has been turned upside down again very quickly. All it took was a few seconds of not being in siege mode, but it's not over yet. Reality's coming down here with a very sizable Marine medevac army and attacking into the second right now. That's going to trigger Keen to send. Oh my God, so sick. He's going to get this command center. This game is happening so fast, I can't even really keep up casting it.
It's absolute madness. Tastes a lot of Marines coming down. The siege tanks on the high ground helping out Keen. He's coming down for the flank as well. These medevacs, will they picked off? One of them does get picked off. The other ones fly by, but I think he's trapped now. Reality, I think, made a few mistakes here, Tasteless.
Man, talk about a game tipped in the opposite direction very quickly.
Well, fortune favors Keen this time, Tasteless. He took out all those siege tanks. The counterattack was good. It was strong, but he didn't die to it. So can Keen make something happen from here? That's not the most scary set of medevacs right there. So
if he just gets one Viking out and just...
Yeah, he could. He's actually making two right now.
Yep. Oh, he's going to try to get out.
And will he actually get caught?
Medevacs.
I'm watching the mini-map, and he got one of them, but he got two. Okay. Keen actually has a pretty scary army now. But the thing is, it's 4 base against kind of 2. That's going to be 4.
Yeah.
He does have this one up, making a planetary, of course, and not quite ready yet. Reality going to annoy that a little bit. That's going to slow Keen down from attacking him.
Keen, again, I think I'm starting to become probably perhaps the best tactical player I have seen. I mean, this guy's fine being in battles all the time.
Yeah.
Even the ones maybe he should engage in.
Well, he gets behind and he just finds a way back in.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're out of position for 1 second. This is what happens when I look at my army all game.
Pretty much. And he's continuing to press forward. Dead even supply.
Oh my
this
God.
position is going to be very, very difficult right now for Reality to survive. Keen, though, backs up, enters into siege mode to make sure that he's safe here.
There's a few more Marines there than he really wanted to, but Keen definitely has a lead in so many ways. He's way down in SCVs, but his Marine count is higher and his siege tank is 1 count higher. So that is a big deal. When you have more Marines, you can be a little bit more mobile on the map.
Yeah.
Reality is actually about to finish his +3 army. I'm pretty sure Keen only has +3 attack.
Well,
pretty sure.
Pretty little rats there. It's like the idea was good, but I'm like, well, that medevac doesn't have any hit points. All right, he's pushing up now and getting to the 4th base. And
just getting in siege mode is enough.
Yep, it's a planetary. It can't lift off.
It's kind of unfair, don't you think?
Somebody call Blizzard right now.
I would love flying planetaries to be a company.
I would love it if they could attack while floating.
Yeah, ground and air.
Yeah, just makes the planetaries lift them off and then just fly them to my opponent's base.
Pretty sick.
That's the kind of game I want to get good at.
All right, well,
nice retreat there. Ooh. Really nice.
Yeah, but you know what? He has a lot of tanks there that actually don't have a lot of cover, so it is still a little bit scary for Keen. Did he actually get too many of his units stock? Uh-oh, I think he might have. The Marines do come down as well. And he is doing a counter drop on those siege tanks. Not a lot of Marines there to help out.
Well, he forced an unsiege that may trigger Keen to run forward here with the rest of his Marines and medevacs and took attack in, but Reality did siege up yet again.
Another nice drop coming down there by Reality. So many Marine bombs on the tanks. Imagine the Marine you dropping out. You're like, go get that tank. He's like, I don't know if I can take it. You got it, dude. You got it. Slap him on the shoulder and push him out.
Oh, is he going to get this command center too? Stim Marines do a lot of damage.
Yes, they do, but not enough this time.
Nope, not enough Marines, unfortunately.
Don't forget, they do a lot of damage, but command centers have a lot of health, and SCVs repair very quickly. All things I'm very aware of as a Protoss and former Zerg player.
Well, it looks like Keen might be able to get cut off Reality over here as well. You know, it's funny, Reality's not playing poorly. I would say he's not playing as well as some of these other games we've seen him in, but he's putting up a good fight. It's just not quite enough.
Well, you know, he has a little bit of a spy lead, even though he lost that command center. He is moving on the left-hand side of the map. He is trying to hold both sides, which for now is working, but Reality's going to have to break through one of these eventually. He's going to need to join up enough forces on one side to actually punch through.
Okay, he looks like he's actually found a leak here. And he can get his army down here in the bottom left location. Oh, but nice snipe here by Keen, taking out these 2 siege tanks and then immediately regrouping over here. He's going to try to get onto the high ground and put a siege tank up here, maybe even drop his Marine medevac army on top of those siege tanks in siege mode.
Well, the tanks of Keen finally coming out of this position. It's going to allow Reality another base. But Reality, ooh, in the meantime, does take out that planetary.
Oh, yep, it is gone. You're right.
So it's 3 mining base versus 3 mining base at this second, but Reality is taking that left-turn base.
The left-turn base?
Left-turn. How else would I possibly describe it?
All right, he's got the SCVs over here at the 4th. And Reality's still actually in good shape. This might go to game number 3.
Yeah, there is that possibility, but don't count Keen out quite yet. He's only down by about 14 supply. And he's got a really solid Marine count. His tanks are a little bit shy, but he continues to pick off tanks here and there. And, oh, God, this is a pretty big move,
yeah,
isn't it?
he's going to get this 3rd command center. And so Keen's going for a bit of a base trade scenario. And just doing a tremendous amount of damage. But now he's turning around. Oh, I know. Keen is actually going to go back to not turn around now. It seems like he's a little bit uncertain. Reality, it looks like it will probably just move towards the 2nd base.
I think, yeah, Reality should have enough to hold this, but he's going to lose that command center, and then Keen can back up and kill the command center behind that, and then suddenly we have, like, almost a real serious base race, but Reality just with more siege tanks right now.
Well, it looks like he's barely going to, or Keen's barely going to be able to save that, but oh, we got the tail end of that, but
painful right there.
Yeah, and this means that the kind of center-left base here for Reality is secure.
I think that's it for Keen. I think this was the last straw.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Reality, really nice work in this game.
Yeah, it was, you know what, he almost messed it up a couple times, or rather, Keen almost stole it away from him a couple times, but
yeah, well
Reality defended well enough. Keen was overextending with those attacks against someone that was sitting on 3 bases trying to defend on high ground with siege tanks, which isn't really that hard.
Right. It's funny that I really thought Keen was going to win this game. I thought he really had this. It looks like once he got Keen to split his army up, one on the left, one on the right, Keen was no longer dictating how the game went, and I think that's where Keen becomes uncomfortable.
Keen's second overextension, I would say, after the initial attacks was over on that right side where he left his siege tanks there so long and got stuck for a bit.
Oh my God. That's a lot of damage very quickly.
It is. And, well, that's a lot of damage as well very quickly.
150 to 55 here.
Huge counterattack coming down.
And the fundamental problem is that Reality's army is just too good.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, if they both have to meet, Reality wins every time, and Keen every time. And of course, Terran buildings can float, so you can float these locations that can't be hit by ground. Reality then dominates the econ game, and it's a loss there for Keen. So,
well, Keen has no command centers left and is being revealed. He's not giving up though. He's Marine Kinging this one.
Yep, he's going to Marine King this.
Sorry, buddy, but
yeah,
pretty sure your opponent can probably afford a Viking.
Now, Keen does have 400 minerals here, in case he can make command center.
Trying to
take out these tanks.
It's working.
If only he keeps those tanks on move command. GG.
A little bit overdue that time.
All right. Cool game till that last, I would say, 34 minutes where it was pretty apparent.
Yeah.
Keen was dead. And now we're going to go on to our final match for today.
That is it, the final
GSL
game.
Codes.
Reality or Keen, who takes it? Wait, let's look at the map first, and then I want your honest opinion on the map.
Oh my God, 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 it's going to happen.
Oh my God, oh my God.
How you doing today, Artosis?
I'm doing well. The games have been very good.
Games have been actually awesome.
Codes is back,
totally
so I'm
awesome.
just kind of in a thrilled mood over that, generally speaking.
Tell your friends, guys, to tune in and join us here at Codes. We got a lot of Codes action this whole week. Polar Night.
See, I don't know this map well enough to really give a good guess here. So I feel like on an easily defendable map, Reality's going to do pretty well, because we saw in Belshire, you know, he just defend, because Keen can't help himself. He has to attack. Yeah. He's an addict.
He is. He's a scrambler.
No, he can't help himself. He needs to mix it up. It's the way he wins games.
Right.
You know, I'm going to go with... it's hard because Keen's been going so many Banshees each game, which really kind of adds to the weirdness of the game, where it's like, how many Banshees did you make? How much damage did you do?
I know, right? Well, get ready for our final game today. 2 nerds enter, and only 1 leaves to go on to the round of 16 here. This is the GSL Code S.